The ocean has always been a place of mystery, vast, dark, and unknowable. For centuries, humanity believed it ruled the seas with steel warships, nuclear submarines, and towering aircraft carriers. But what if the ocean was never truly ours? What if something older, stronger, and more terrifying was waiting beneath the waves? In a world already shaken by the earth-shattering clash between Godzilla and Kong, a new threat rises from the deepest trench of the Pacific. A force so destructive, so relentless, that it makes even titans look like guardians. This is the story of Godzilla and Kong vs. Titan X, humanity's last hope at sea. After the events that reshaped the balance of power between land and sea, the world had barely begun to rebuild. Cities once reduced to rubble were slowly rising again. Monarch, the secretive organization tracking titans, detected unusual seismic pulses deep beneath the Mariana Trench. At first, scientists believed it was tectonic instability. But the patterns were too precise, too rhythmic. Something was moving, something massive. Fishermen near Southeast Asia reported entire fleets vanishing overnight. Oil rigs were torn apart as if crushed by a giant hand. Naval patrols lost communication within seconds, leaving behind only static and swirling red water. Satellites captured a glimpse of something colossal beneath the surface, larger than any Titan recorded. The world governments tried to suppress the panic, but the truth was inevitable. A new apex predator had emerged. Monarch designated it Titan X. Unlike Godzilla, whose presence carries a sense of ancient balance, Titan X radiated chaos. Its body resembled a fusion of deep-sea leviathan and armored nightmare. Bioluminescent veins pulsed across obsidian scales. Massive fins sliced through the ocean like blades, generating tidal waves powerful enough to flood coastlines. Its eyes glowed with a crimson fury, scanning the horizon as if calculating its next annihilation. Titan X wasn't defending territory. It was conquering it. Humanity threw everything it had at the creature. Carrier strike groups launched volleys of missiles. Submarines deployed experimental torpedoes designed to pierce Titan armor. The explosions lit up the ocean surface like a second sun. When the smoke cleared, Titan X emerged unscathed. With a single surge of its tail, it capsized destroyers. An energy beam, dark violet and crackling with unstable radiation, erupted from its maw, slicing through a battleship as if it were paper. The message was clear: humanity alone could not win. As coastlines crumbled and evacuation sirens echoed worldwide, Monarch faced an unthinkable decision. The only beings capable of challenging Titan X were the very titans humanity once feared. Godzilla, the king of the monsters, had retreated into the ocean's depths after reclaiming his dominance. Kong ruled Hollow Earth, forging his own path as protector of his domain. For the first time, humanity needed both kings, not as enemies but as allies. The ocean began to churn days before Godzilla appeared. A familiar blue glow radiated from beneath the waves. Warships parted cautiously as the Titan surfaced, dorsal plates blazing like living reactors. Godzilla sensed the disruption in his territory. Titan X was not merely invading, it was destabilizing the natural order. Across the globe, seismic gateways trembled as Kong emerged from Hollow Earth. Armed with his battle axe, forged from a Titan spine and charged with Godzilla's atomic energy, Kong answered the call. The battlefield was set in the open sea, miles from any coastline. Storm clouds spiraled overhead as if nature itself braced for impact. Titan X surfaced first, towering above the waves like a living fortress. The water around it boiled from the radiation, surging through its veins. A thunderous roar echoed across the horizon. Moments later, Godzilla erupted from the depths, atomic breath slicing through the storm clouds in a brilliant arc of blue. Kong arrived aboard a Monarch transport before leaping into the ocean, swimming with primal determination toward the colossal enemy. The first clash shook the planet. Godzilla rammed Titan X with seismic force, sending shockwaves through the water. Kong climbed onto Titan X's armored back, driving his axe into its scales. Sparks and radiation exploded outward. Titan X retaliated with terrifying speed, thrashing its tail and launching Kong across the sea. Godzilla unleashed his atomic breath, striking Titan X square in the chest, but the creature absorbed part of the energy, its veins glowing brighter. Titan X was evolving mid-battle. It adapted to Godzilla's radiation, redirecting the energy into a devastating pulse that knocked both titans backward. The sea itself seemed to rebel, forming whirlpools around the combatants. Aircraft circled from a safe distance, capturing the battle for a horrified world watching live broadcasts. Humanity realized this wasn't just a fight for dominance. It was a fight for survival. Kong roared defiantly, recalling every battle he had endured. He dove beneath the waves, using his agility to outmaneuver Titan X's crushing jaws. Godzilla circled strategically, waiting for an opening. For the first time, the two rivals moved with unspoken coordination. Godzilla's atomic blast supercharged Kong's axe once more, the weapon glowing with unstoppable energy. As Titan X lunged forward, Kong leapt from a naval carrier's deck, swinging the axe with titanic strength. The strike cleaved through Titan X's armored fin, sending a shockwave that parted the sea. Enraged, Titan X unleashed its full power. The dark violet beam collided with Godzilla's atomic breath in a blinding explosion of energy. The sky split with thunder as radiation surged in every direction. Kong climbed Titan X's neck, pounding relentlessly while Godzilla charged from below. Together, land and sea united against chaos incarnate. But Titan X had one final evolution. Its bioluminescent veins shifted from crimson to blinding white. Drawing energy from the planet's core through unknown means, it expanded in size, dwarfing even Godzilla. The pressure wave from its transformation disabled nearby ships instantly. For a moment, hope flickered. Then Godzilla did something unprecedented. He dove into the deepest trench beneath the battlefield, disappearing into darkness. Monarch scientists watched in stunned silence as readings spiked beyond recorded levels. Godzilla absorbed geothermal radiation directly from the Earth's mantle, pushing his atomic capacity to its limit. When he resurfaced, he burned with a fiery blue aura, thermonuclear energy radiating from every scale. Kong, battered but unbroken, stood his ground atop a drifting carrier. As Titan X charged its final beam toward the nearest coastline, Kong hurled his axe with every ounce of strength left. The spinning weapon embedded deep into Titan X's chest, anchoring it in place. In that decisive second, Godzilla unleashed a thermonuclear blast unlike anything seen before. The ocean evaporated in a massive dome of steam. The sky turned white, energy rippled across the horizon in concentric shockwaves. Titan X's roar dissolved into silence as its colossal frame disintegrated under the combined might of two kings united. When the steam cleared, the sea was calm. Godzilla stood victorious, though visibly weakened. Kong swam toward him, retrieving his axe from the fading remains of Titan X. For a brief, powerful moment, the two titans locked eyes, not as rivals, but as warriors who had saved a world that once feared them. Without another roar, Godzilla descended into the depths, reclaiming his throne beneath the waves. Kong returned to Hollow Earth, protector of his realm. Humanity watched in awe. The oceans, though scarred, were safe again. Monarch's final report concluded that Titan X was likely an ancient alpha predator awakened by environmental imbalance. Its defeat proved one undeniable truth: the Titans are not merely destroyers. They are guardians of equilibrium. The battle of Godzilla and Kong versus Titan X would be remembered as the day humanity realized it was not the master of Earth, but a part of it. Steel and missiles failed where ancient power prevailed. In the end, it wasn't technology that saved the world. It was balance. And somewhere in the darkest trench, faint tremors still echo. Because in a world of titans, peace is never permanent. If you enjoyed this epic showdown and want to see more legendary battles unfold, make sure to like, subscribe, and join us as we dive deeper into the MonsterVerse. The sea holds many secrets, and this may only be the beginning.